Broccoli Yahawah, Broccoli Yahawashi, Broccoli Yahawah, Broccoli Yahawashi, Koholo Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Hakodesh, the my aunts, apostles, and elders, a great Muslim that taught me this 100% truth that will well. Salutations to Yakim out there pushing the truth in all sincerity and which their life to do so. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered among the four corners of the earth that believes in the truth of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Shalom. This is John 10:1, which reads, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into this sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. And this is, to you false prophets out there, you trying to climb up some other way, and teach the gospel and mislead the people, especially, those of our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that, push plantation Christianity. You're trying to climb up some other way, and you think you're going to receive something on the other side in the kingdom, you know what I'm saying, that was taught into you by your oppressor, but you climbing up some other way. The truth of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi hasn't been given into you. And even those that, say they in this truth, that push, improper doctrine, you know what I'm saying? For instance, those that, say that the mark of the beast is not a carnal mark. They say it's a spiritual mark. You climbing up some other way, just saying that the name of the Lord ain't important. You climbing up some other way. Those that get, come into this thing and get rebuked by the brotherhood and get, kicked out. You know what I'm saying? And then you go against the brotherhood and you trying to say that, what they teaching is wicked and whatnot. You coming against the true men of the Lord and you trying to come up some other way because your feelings is hurt. You butt hurt and your feelings are hurt, and the Lord that's the judgment that the Lord has given it to you. And if you don't repent, and change your ways, and apologize to the brotherhood, properly, you know what I'm saying? The Lord is going to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get dealt with, because you got to understand, like, the Lord has set these men up, to, lead the nation of Israel in these last days, in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord's truth is back in the earth, and the awakening of the nation of Israel is happening, showing you that we're in end time prophecy. You know what I'm saying? The awakening. The RFID microchip market, the beast is on the scene. You know what I'm saying? World War III on the brinks. There's a lot of stuff going on showing that, we're pretty much at the end, But, a lot of people are in denial, of the, whole RFID thing and whatnot. But it's true. You know what I'm saying? So the true men of the Lord, the men of great millstone and those that teach right doctrine, have the 100% truth. And they have enough here on this side to give you salvation. You know what I'm saying? But it's all through the spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because those are the men that the Lord has chosen. But let's read on. But he that entereth by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the potter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. Yeah. And those that the Lord has chosen, the elect of the nation of Israel, they're not going to follow strange doctrine. You know what I'm saying? Though, we once were, partaking in Christianity or whatever it is that we partake in, when we heard this truth, we gravitated towards it, showing you that, that the Lord has chosen you to believe. You know what I'm saying? Because you part of the hopeful elect spirits that the Lord is going to save during these days, because, you walked away from strange doctrine. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't that didn't appease you anymore. You came into the light of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and he sparked in your spirit, to gravitate, towards his truth, and that's big, and people don't understand that. But 2/3 of our people, they're not going to get anyway, because they're here to be destroyed in Babylon. Let me get this. This is Matthew 24:4. For there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if they were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Yeah, and if it was so, you know, these false prophets that the Lord had put forth, to for those that He don't want to follow. You know what I'm saying? It would have been so if you were part of the elect, that you would do so too. But you're not going to follow Him because you're a part of the hopeful elect that the Lord's going to save. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear the true gospel of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you're going to gravitate towards it. You're going to follow after the Lord. Wait, let me go back. Let me go back to John. I want to read some more from here. So this is John 10:7. It says, Then said Yahawah to them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. Yeah, so you're not going to hear, those that teaching false doctrine. You're going to always, stick to the words of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. I am the I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. The thief cometh not but for to kill. Slack. The thief cometh not but for to steal, kill, and destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. And that's Esau Edom. He come to steal, kill, and destroy. He gave you this bullshit ass plantation Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Slaying our people. You know what I'm saying? Stealing our heritage. You know what I'm saying? And destroying us as a people, gotten us to believe that we so-called African Americans and we so-called Native Americans and we so-called Latinos or whatever. When we are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, we are the children of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But He destroyed us, taking us out as a people, and made us believe, that with these other bywords, you know what I'm saying? And and a lot of our people take pride in that. Oh, I'm proud to be a so-called African American, or I'm proud to be a Latino or Native American. A lot of our people, you know what I'm saying, are caught up in that because this was given to us by the thief, the killer, the Satan, devil in the flesh, the so-called white man, Esau Edom. You know what I'm saying? Read on. And I am good. I am the good shepherd. It's like I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for his sheep. But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming, and leaveth the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep. The hireling flee because he is a hireling and careth not for the sheep. Yeah, those that out here pushing doctrine, they don't care about the sheep, man. You know what I'm saying? You out here, those that, part of this, IUIC, they tell you that, the RFID microchip ain't the mark of the beast or whatnot. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to cause you to take it and get put to death. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with those that were pushing, oh, you need to take the jab for the pandemic that was going on. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They're highly. They don't care about, the nation of Israel, the true people of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They only care about themselves, their own bellies. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them teach for filthy, lucrative sake. They took in that bag and sold their soul. You know what I'm saying? To this devil. You know what I'm saying? Hand in hand. So they, misleading the flock, and they're gonna get judged for that. Especially those, it's plantation Christianity. They done. You know what I'm saying? These so-called people like, these people, what's his name? TD Jakes, Creflo Dollar, all them niggas, they done. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, they set up just to mislead. And the Lord gonna kill them niggas. They're gonna be put to death on their side. You know what I'm saying? But they're fulfilling their lot as, being, false prophets, and, they're gonna get their just due. And because they see their consolation on their side, they living lavishly on this side. You know what I'm saying? Private jets and all type of stuff, plenty of money, but they join hands with the devil. So the Lord, they're gonna destroy them. He's going to destroy them. And I am the good shepherd, and know my sheep, and known of mine. So yeah, those that we're going to know Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. We're going to know His truth. We're going to follow it. As the Father knoweth, even as the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. This is referring to, the northern tribe of the nation of Israel, who at the time when the Lord, you know, was, preaching the gospel on the eastern side of the world. On the western side, the northern kingdom was over here in what they call so-called America today. You know what I'm saying? So he was teaching, mainly the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. I'm sure there was some northern kingdom scattered among that, but the main, the majority part of the northern was over here in so-called America. What you doing? Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and they shall be one fold and one shepherd. And the northern kingdom is hearing the voice. That's why you see, you know, uh, you know, so-called Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Cubans. The true tribes, even Simeon, Manasseh. Say all these tribes is it called? All these tribes are waking up, and they're out here preaching the gospel because they hear the voice of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. They know who they truly are because it's been given to them by the Lord Himself. You know what I'm saying? Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi woke them up and took the blindness off of them so they can understand this truth, because they part of the hopeful elect that's going to be saved and given salvation in these last days. Now let me jump down. What I want. You know what? Let's go here. This is John 10:24, which reads, "Then came the Jews round about him and said unto him, How long dost thou make us to doubt? If thou be Hamashiach, let us tell us plainly." See, and that's what most of our people out there, these jakes. You know what I'm saying? They don't have faith. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be, told. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to believe when His word is given unto them. You know what I'm saying? You tell them so-called white man is the enemy. Oh, I don't want to believe that. You know what I'm saying? But it's evident. You know what I'm saying? This devil hates you. When he came, he stole this land for the northern kingdom. He came, he raped, robbed, murdered, committed genocide into them and the southern kingdom, and made laws and statutes just for his people. You know what I'm saying? Like, what more does it take for you to understand that this devil is your enemy? And not now, Jake just think that because they got a little bit of freedom that the Lord, lightening up on our sentence, and we able to move about, we able to move about among our enemies freely, and it's not like as stringent as it was when the Lord had us in hardcore captivity in slavery days. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're still slaves to this day, but the Lord is just lightening the sentence because our time is almost up. Our captivity is almost up. We're going to light a lighter sentence than we were before. You know what I'm saying? Because we're coming to the end, and all these curses, they're going to transfer to these heathens. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is lightening up on it, and Jake, just because thinking that because we're lightening up, we still catch the hell. Don't get me wrong, but Jake just think because it's lightening up that well, maybe the so-called white man ain't so bad. He he gave me opportunities or whatever. No, this nigga's your enemy, man. whatever you're just sadly mistaken, and you just can't see because the Lord has blinded that to you. But those that are in the know, we understand who our enemies are. But the Lord said, "Let peace be among all men." So we know how they operate. So you're gonna move appropriately. You know what I'm saying? Even though they try to be deceitful, but you understand how they operate. So you're not, when they do shit, you understand. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, all right, well this nigga's my enemy. So he gonna move about like this. You know what I'm saying? He may not know that he my enemy or whatnot, but this something that's part of their DNA that makes them move a certain way and be against you. You know what I'm saying? And then there's some so-called white people that's cool that they Jake, and you're going blend with. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have a spirit of a Edomite. You know what I'm saying? They have a spirit of a Jake. So it'll be less threatening, even though Jake's too could be threatening. You know what I'm saying? Because the 2/3 is wicked as hell too. But reading on. Yahawah answered them, I told you, and ye believe not the works I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. Yeah, those that don't believe in the truth of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, they not of his sheep. You know, these 2/3, they not of the sheep of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? They're here to be judged. You know, they're not going to believe the truth. They're not going to follow after the ways of the Lord. But those that do believe, they are of the sheep. They are of the elect, and they're going to do according to what the Lord has set up for them to do. And they're going to follow, you know, to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability. They're going to, you know, study, read, follow the men of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Take instruction like they're supposed to. You know, take correction like they're supposed to. When they're, you know, disciplined by the, you know, the men of the Lord. But that's all through the spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. These things that come down, and these orders that, you know, come down, and you know, from the men, when certain things go awry or certain things happen, you know, and you get disciplinary action, that's actually coming from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi to give you correction. You know, but you know, sometimes, you know, people just take it, you know, as a thing that, oh, I can't take this, you know what I'm saying? Because they think that these is just mere men that's correcting them, but it's not. You know, this all things in the spirit. But if you fall out, that means the Lord wasn't dealing with you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Reading on. My sheep hear my voice. I know them, and they know, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. I and my Father are one, showing you that Yahawashi and Yahawah are two separate entities. They just one in agreement. So whatever the, you know, Father has given unto him, you know, he agrees with. They are his sheep. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can pluck them out of their hand. You can't. If you of the elect, this truth can't be taken away from you. You know what I'm saying? If you're bound to be saved in the last days, you know, in these last days, you know, and given salvation, you know, that's what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because you're part of the hopeful elect that the Lord's going to save out of this. You know what I'm saying? This word, this truth, nothing can deter you from it, because it's been preordained by Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi for you to have it. You know what I'm saying? For him to come and, you know, give you salvation. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you know, we're in grace right now. So, you know, we do things accordingly to the best of our ability. You know, keep the law, statutes, commandments, keeping the high holy days to the best of our ability, following after the ways of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, your spirit's been changed, and you're not going to do the things of this world any longer, because the spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you know, dwells upon you. What I want here. Okay, yeah. So this is John 15 and 16, which reads, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and thy fruit should remain, that whosoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. Says, you know, showing you plantation Christianity says that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I found the Lord, you know, and I following after him. Now, you know, I'm saved now. I give my life to. What you saved from? Because you still be able to put to death. You still get sick. You know what I'm saying? You still, you know, you still, you know, deal with depression. You know what I'm saying? You're still being financially oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what are you saved from? You know what I'm saying? Because you still catch your hell on the side. You're not saved. You know what I'm saying? You know, true salvation is going to come when the Lord comes take us out of the captivity. That's being saved. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be, when the Lord comes save us from our enemies, but you're not saved now. And that's the bullshit doctrine that, you know, plantation Christianity gives them to you. You know what I'm saying? You can't come to the Lord. You say, oh, I found the Lord. No, the Lord said he chooses you. And those that He chosen are the ones that believe in the 100% truth of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Those are following the ways of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That, rebuke the ways of this world. You know what I'm saying? Stop celebrating holidays and birthdays and, just doing wickedly. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, not destroying your temple, smoking. You know what I'm saying? Doing drugs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, loving thy brother, not committing adultery. You know what I'm saying? Not being a thief. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna do the things that you formerly did and not be a part of this world any longer. When the Spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi dwells upon you, these things I command you, and that ye love one another. We know in John 15:18, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Yeah, and the world's gonna hate you. Like those, when you see the men on the highways and byways preaching this gospel to the, and uh, to the, to the people, they catch hell a lot of times from people going by and just being wicked. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is hated. It's especially it's mainly a lot of times it's Jake that be giving the issues. You know what I'm saying? Because they hate the spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That 2/3 spirit out there, they in rebellion against the Lord, so they hate the Lord. You know, and so they of this world, so they're gonna hate you for believing in the truth of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's why you see, when you come into this thing, like you have family or friends, they think, yo, this nigga act different. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the same or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because they hate the Lord. They hate the spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Your family, your you got a woman, that might not fall apart. You know what I'm saying? You might fall away from your children, mother, father, brother, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they have that worldly spirit upon them, so they're not gonna understand. Your transition into this truth and following the ways of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because you have an elect spirit, you have a special spirit that the Lord has placed upon you. If you were of the world loveth his own. Yeah, if you're of the world, they're gonna show you love. They're gonna continue. Yeah, well, this nigga he crazy. I like this dude. He get down with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. But if you move in that way, but if you don't no longer move in that way, they're gonna hate you because you're not moving in the ways of the world. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Yes, you've been chosen out of this world, so the world gonna hate you. Because now you want to, now you know who you are. You're telling that you, the children of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to eat pork no more. You don't want to eat shrimp anymore, scallops, clam, whatever. All that nasty ass, lobster, whatever. You're not eating, foods that are abominable to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you've repented and you returned to the Lord. So you're going to, keep his ways to the best of your ability. And then look at you strange because you don't want to eat that, the wicked shit no more. Remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they shall also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Yeah, they don't know Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Yeah, they don't know the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because they hate him. They hate his what he stands for. You know what I'm saying? He stands for righteousness. You know what I'm saying? And they hate righteousness. They love wickedness. They love the pleasures of this world. And that's what's gonna cause them to be destroyed. All right, what else? Slakia. it's like uh, lost train of thought. Satan jumping in. Let me get back. Let me read this again. John 15:22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hated me hated my Father also. Yeah, you hate Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you hate the Father. If you deny Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you hate the Father, man. And there's a lot of people out here, especially who say they, teaching the truth of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you know what I'm saying, that deny Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? So if you hate Yahweh Shai, you hate the Father too. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be, teaching the truth and just say that so-called say you teaching the truth. If you deny Yahweh Shai, especially for your Old Testament only Israelites, you know what I'm saying? Like you hate Yahweh Shai, you're not the Lord not dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? You're caught up in your own deceit. But the Lord said that the deceit is the deceiver of his. Renewing. If I had not done among them the works which none other man did, they had not had sin, but now have both seen and hated both me and my Father. But this cometh to pass that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law, they hate me without a cause. Yeah, the nation of Israel, they hate the Lord without a cause. You know what I'm saying? They just wicked individuals, you know, that just got this perpetual hatred, for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to hear the fact that they can't eat pork or they can't eat shrimps and crab anymore. You know what I'm saying? They want to indulge in that wickedness. You know, they took something, that's abominable and made it into a delicacy, but that was given to you by your oppressor because they used to give you that shit. You know what I'm saying, to the slaves as slop or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But now it's a delicacy. And Jake all over it. You know. But they did that purposely, gave that stuff to our people in slavery because they wanted us to be disconnected from our power. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they try to hide this book and made the slave Bible and take so much out of it, and so we can be disconnected from our heritage. You know what I'm saying? But through the power of Yahawah Shema Slaka, through the power of Yahawah Shema Shai, the Lord gave His truth back into us. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing could have stopped this awakening because it was already predestined to take place. It was preordained by Yahawah Shema Shai for us to fall away and then come back into this in these last days. And this is where we at. And and uh, and even King David said the same thing. This is 69 Psalm 69:4. They that hate me without a cause are more than the hairs of my head. They that would destroy me, being my enemies wrongfully, are mighty are mighty than I restored that which I I took not away. Yeah, you know, there was more of our people that hated Yahawah Shai than that love him, because the Lord only got to deal with a small portion. Only the elect is a small, 1/3 is smaller than 2/3. You know what I'm saying? So when the Lord was when Yahweh Shai was on the scene, a lot of our people hated him. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted him to put him to death. And that's where they asked him, yo, show me a sign, show me who you are. They didn't believe, like he was doing the works of his father. You know what I'm saying? They didn't believe it. They still was in disbelief. You know what I'm saying? Because they just wanted to continue on to being wickedly. You know? But that's a lie that has been given to them. Because, if they was wicked then and they hated the Lord, you know what I'm saying, they could be wicked now. You know what I'm saying? Those same spirits are back during this time, in these last days, to get the judgment that is appointed unto them. And this is John 14:17. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. Yeah, so the Spirit of truth dwelleth in the elect of the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? That's why, we come into this thing, and Lord willing, I'm among that number. We come into this thing and we follow the ways of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You start learning, you start making videos or whatever, saying that hopefully that you're part of the hopeful elect or whatnot, because the Lord Spirit reside of you, and if that's the spirit that He put upon you to do, you're just going to fulfill your lot, whatever it may be, you know. But the world is not going to receive the Spirit, just like Yahweh said, you know, that the world hated you because you are not of this world. The world of His own. We're not of this world, and we're of the elect that the Lord has chosen. So we're not. And the Lord has placed the Holy Spirit upon us to be separate from this world. You know what I'm saying? So we're not going to get caught up in the ways of Babylon. We're going to distance ourselves or disconnect ourselves, from this thing. And this is Ephesians 1:4. Matter of fact, let's start at Ephesians 1:3. Blessing be the Most High, and the Father of our Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, who have blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places in Hamashiach, according as He have chosen us in Him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before Him in love, having predestined us unto the adoption of children by Yahawah Bahasham to Himself, according to the good pleasure of His will. Yes, it's of the will Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi that He chose the elect spirits, and He created them from the foundation of the world, so they was already predestined, to be saved and receive this truth. You know what I'm saying? It was preordained by the Lord, because these were the first spirits created for Him to save. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you continue to follow after the Lord, no matter what time that or what captivity that the Lord had us in. We continue to follow after, because it was preordained for us to do so. This is Psalm 64. It's like Psalm 65:4. Blessed is the man who Thou choosest and causest to approach unto Thee, that he may dwell in my courts, to dwell in His truth, dwell in the sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? He shall be satisfied with the goodness of Thy house, even Thy holy temple. Yeah, so when the Lord has chosen you to dwell in His temple, to dwell in His sanctuary, in His courts of, understanding this truth. You've been selected, you know what I'm saying? You've been chosen by Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. There's nobody else that can, take this truth away from you, that once it's been given unto you, except the Lord, you know what I'm saying? So no man can pluck you out of His hand. You're not going to be following after false doctrine if that's not, the lot that the Lord has chosen unto you. You know what I'm saying? If you're part of the hopeful elect, you're going to believe this truth into the end and receive the salvation of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You're not going to follow after these false prophets teaching, the mark of the beast is sin and it's not a carnal mark. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to follow after these because you're not going to hear them. You know what I'm saying? Because, as the scriptures say, His sheep hear His voice. So the sheep going to hear the voice of the Lord. And when, through the men of the Lord, through the true men of the Lord, the men that teach you the truth, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear that, and when they give you order, hey, don't take the jab. You know what I'm saying? Don't take the mark of the beast. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna do it because that's coming from Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. The Lord has placed the Spirit upon them, to teach the truth. You know what I'm saying? And these same men are the men of old, the prophets of old, who the Lord had put on the highways and byways and make daily epistles to give you this information, because the Spirit of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going on through the four corners of the earth and waking up His elect. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to follow the voice of the Lord when He's speaking it to you through these men. And this is Matthew 10:40, which reads, He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth Him that sent me. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward, and he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive the righteous man's reward. Whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. Yeah. So if you receive the men of the Lord that come in speaking the truth, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Yahawah is saying here, like if you receive that man, this prophet that's teaching the truth, my truth, you receive me. And if you receive me, you receive him that sent me. That means you receive Yahawah. You know what I'm saying? And if you receive this truth, the men of the Lord, the prophets, you're going to see the same reward that they have. You know what I'm saying? Which is giving salvation. Now you got to remember there's ranking in the kingdom, so that's going to be different. But you're going to receive the reward of the salvation that is given, and you're going to be up out of here when the Lord comes. You know, you're going to receive that same reward. You know, but again, there's going to be a ranking, so you're not going to receive the ranking that they receive. You know what I'm saying? But you are going to receive the being given salvation on this side, if that's the lot the Lord has chosen. If you're part of that first fruit elect spirit that the Lord has chosen, to give salvation to, be him up out of here in the last days. All right, this is the last one. This is Revelations 14:4, which read, "These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins." And this is not talking about being a virgins. This is being defiled with the ways of the world. You know what I'm saying? Following after the ways of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? And conducting the wickedness. Being virgins into not being a part of what Babylon is today. You know what I'm saying? Coming into that purity of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, and following after him. Reading on. "These are which followed the Lamb wheresoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto the Most High and to the Lamb." Unto Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, yeah. So no matter where you are, or whatever time frame, whatever captivity you were in, you always followed, the truth of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You know what I'm saying? So wherever the Lamb goes, wherever the truth is, you know what I'm saying, you're always going to follow it, because you're the first fruits of the elect spirit that the Lord has chosen to believe. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to be misled by, wayward doctrines or, different doctrines when, especially when these brothers go off and they feel some type of way and they start creating their own shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to follow after them. If you let that brother go on his way, you know what I'm saying? You're going to stay with the true men of the Lord and still keeping after the ways of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. You're not going to believe, that the mark of the beast is not as a spiritual mark and not a carnal mark. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to believe that, the name of the Lord don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not scripture. That's not true doctrine. That's not the doctrine of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. But you're going to, it's showing you again this reincarnation, because you're always going to follow the ways of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, no matter when because you can't go off, because you've been chosen, you've been preordained from the foundation of the world to receive this and to receive your salvation. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we say we're among the hopeful elect, because we don't know until the Lord comes who's going to be saved and who's not. And Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, that I'm among that number. And also, you brothers out there pushing the truth on the highways and byways, wishing like to do so, making these daily epistles, and waking up the children of Israel, and teaching us and helping us understand the doctrine, and going on to for us to add into the ministry. You know what I'm saying? Or in whichever way, by donating tithes, or helping the brother in any type of way, or even trying to add to the ministry and make videos or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be, whatever your lot is, you're gonna be gravitated to it, and you're gonna follow the true ways of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, because you're of that hopeful spirit that the Lord is gonna save during these days, and you're gonna always follow the Lamb wherever He goes. You're always gonna follow Yahawah. But I'm just gonna end it here. Just hope this lesson be edifying. Just want to say, Call Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Call Mashallah, Abba Shalom.